wake up in fear lummox every day of my life, every day of my life.
I'm not angry. Nah, angry is the wrong word. I am sad. I'm sad. That put us in like a horrible situation because if anyone were to believe that number, then it's like now we're scamming him, right? It's just not true. So he clearly is in violation of the NDA that I signed, which has now happened like multiple times. Obviously, you know,
it's just, but Wings did try to roll it back on his stream by saying that he threw out a random number to see if he could trust these people and that he actually has no idea what any of the numbers actually are.
Yeah.
So he tried to control it out.
Yeah. So, okay. So then he gets exposed. Wings gets exposed for, you know, breaking NDA and all this stuff. And then he did a live stream today where he talked about a bunch of stuff, which we're going to review and we're going to respond to.
I'm trying to hold in my ire. I'm so mad at this guy right now. He really hurt my feelings today, genuinely.
We'll explain because we talked. This is the reason why Boogie's so pissed off is because after his stream today, me and Boogie got on the phone with Wings and we had a big fucking fight. It was me, Boogie, Wings, and Kelly.
I hear them basically talking trash, saying I dig deeper holes and stuff like that. So I'm going to go over there, and I did it in the wrong manner, right? I kind of like was walking fast because I was ill with them, and everybody took that as me going over there to start shit again. And they started like holding me back and everything like that. So I started like, I don't know if you guys know, but there was a guy in front of me. His name was Ken. Ken's this big ass motherfucker. He's like 6'5", 250 pounds, former military. And like if I want to get what I want to say in, I'm about to get past this dude. So I started like pushing my shoulder down and like pushing through Ken. And then everybody starts grabbing me. And once they start grabbing me, I'm trying to like shake him off, and you know what happened. Basically, I let my personal vendetta and rage get the best of me, and it put somebody I hurt, somebody I love, in a place they could get hurt. And I take full responsibility for that. Can I explain the slap video in the car? Well, calling it a slap is, I mean, I can see how you could call it a slap, but it's more the sound than the actual action. And that's more to do with anxiety than anything else. Like, we were in Atlanta, and Kelly was driving I just got done driving probably 6 hours or whatever it might be, and like I needed a break, and we were trying to make it from Myrtle Beach to Montgomery, Alabama in one go. So like after about 6 hours, like, all right, I need a break. So Kelly took over right around Atlanta. So we're in Atlanta, and like she gets into the heavy traffic. Anybody's ever been in traffic in Atlanta? Atlanta traffic's bad. It's not LA bad, but it's close, right? It's bad. You got, I hate to say this, so you got Hellcats going everywhere. Like Hellcats is like the unofficial car of Atlanta.
They love their Dodges.
Yeah, they love the Dodgers over there in Atlanta. But regardless, we miss an exit, and we get dumped off into one of the ghettos of Atlanta, a ghetto called Bankhead. If anybody's not familiar with South, Bankhead is not a spot you want to be in, right? I mean,
I'll tell you, one thing that really annoys me is the over-explaining Wings does. Like, good Lord, do I need to know every detail?
What was the weather like at the time?
He's like, yeah, the weather was doing this.
55.
There was a tree close to the road. It's like, bro, come on, brother.
For the record, Bankhead has a crime score of 7, which is about 3 points higher than the national average. So it is considerably. It's not like a 10. It's not like downtown Chicago. Okay. The national average is 4. I'm reading right here at homes.com. But just to be clear, he's not wrong. It's a little bit dangerous. A little bit dangerous. Maybe not slap your wife dangerous, but a little bit dangerous.
Like, okay, we're not in the greatest spot. And Kelly starts blaring on the horn. Somebody like literally, like Kelly was at a red light, and somebody like moved in front of her, and she starts blowing the horn. I mean, she was just here. Maybe she'll explain what she was thinking about. And I'm like, Kelly, stop. And I tell her like 2 or 3 times. Like, you don't see how many times I tell her to stop.
What happened to the clip? Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still here.
Clip
it just stopped.
Stopped. Okay. Weird. Anyhow.
Well, let me say that.
But she just keeps.
Oh.
Yeah.
If the man's genuinely in some sort of therapy, and he's taking anger management courses, which you can't get done in a short period of time, he's got a hell of a lot more to go. But maybe they'll teach you conflict resolution, because There's about a million ways to resolve that with your wife that don't involve about a million before slap your wife's hand away from the phone like she's a child about to reach for a stove, right? So the problem, again, I've said this, you said this, I think, as well. The clip in Isolation where he like slaps his hands, wife off the wheel or whatever, not a great clip, but it's not like career ending, right? But motherfucker, you should never do that. There's so many better ways to have done that.
Yeah. He then says that he doesn't feel like we betrayed him with that clip. He feels
I
like
feel like I got
Twiggy
betrayed, but
would
it wasn't
have.
by Keemstar or Boogie, right? They're doing what like I got betrayed, but it wasn't by Keemstar or Boogie, right? They're doing what they got to do to protect their career and their money. The person I feel like I got betrayed by was the person who recorded it. It goes by the name of Twiggy, right? Because like here's the thing, like as soon as Twiggy decided to show that video to Keemstar, at that point, if Keemstar decided to avoid it, now you have a variable out there that like, okay, this video's out there, people seen this video. Why? How are they going to blackmail me with it? Are they going to hold it over my head? Whatever. I think the video coming out was the best result possible because like it's a big nothing burger. Like it's just a huge.
So he still sees the car slapping video as a nothing burger. Doesn't blame us for it. Blames.
Just quickly on that one. How did Twiggy approach you with the video? Because people said that he held on to it for the most opportune moment. But when I talked to him, he felt really uncomfortable about having it. And I don't think he held on. Like, I don't want to believe he held on to it, but I wanted to know just so that people know how he actually brought it up to you.
He was telling everyone about the footage he has. Like, before the incident took place, like before Wings even pushed Kelly, pushed me, anything, he was saying, hey, I recorded Wings and Kelly on the way to Fat Camp, and they were arguing and fighting. And I got so much footage. And at one point, it got ugly. Like, he was telling everyone.
Yeah, he told me
at the
he told me at the beginning of Fat Camp, he's like, yeah, I was trying to vlog down here. The footage is entirely unusable. All they did was argue from the moment we left to the moment we got here.
So then,
I was like, okay.
So then this is what happens, Rostov, right? After he pushes Kelly, after he pushes me, after he leaves, then Twiggy's bringing up the footage again that he has, and everyone's like, oh, now we want to see this. You know what I mean? Because we want to know if we're dealing with someone that's actually, like, does domestic violence. And so I think John went and grabbed the clip, edited it up so we could all watch it in the theater room, and we all saw it, and we all had the same opinion. Yes, Kelly doesn't have a black eye. Yes, Kelly doesn't have a broken arm. But it's still
Powerade
laying hands on your wife.
Super chatted $20.27. This is why you told Wings to stay offline. He
Yup.
came back and got in positions to do stupid shit like this.
Yup.
So you don't, like, it wasn't like a malicious, like, let's fuck him over sort of thing. He was just like a, holy crap, this was bad. Like, here it is.
Yeah.
It's the same as when I told Keemstar about them fighting in the Airbnb in up in Buffalo, right? I told him about that just almost anecdotally, right? You're like, yeah, they got into a really bad fight this morning. I think Jordy might be in a bad mood, right? That's it. I don't think Twiggy was like trying to put the guy on blast or fucking sell him out.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify because people are saying he did it maliciously to fuck him over and like make himself look better, but I didn't believe that. So I just wanted to actually get you to say
I
it.
don't think that's what happened.
And then here's them talking about the push again, I guess.
Thing was because I was in this small space. The reason I got in front of Doherty is because I wanted to stop him, and the easiest way to stop this man was for me to get in front of him because I knew this man was not going to hurt me. Okay, I just know it. So when I got in front of him, well, actually, I was.
Yeah, turns out you're wrong. Turns out you were fucking wrong.
This is why, Kelly, Wings, I know you're probably watching right now. This is why you listen to Keemstar. When Keemstar says stay offline, Kelly. When he pushed you, your legs were up against the table, so you fell. That's the truth. When he pushed you, your legs were against the table, which caused you to instantly fall back. You couldn't put your feet back to stop you from falling over because they were up against the table. When you say, I tripped, that's retarded, and you're going to get memed. Jordy put out a fucking statement that we read on his personal Twitter. That statement
Eric
is
super
now
chatted
bullshit.
$20.
Throw the
Can we
statement
get
away.
the Kelly push in slow motion, please?
The statement, yes, we will, Eric. Thank you. The statement that Wings put out on his personal Twitter, Twitter. Throw it in the garbage. It means nothing now. And then his first stream back, he's like, yeah, gravity took its course, bro. Like, what? What are
He
you
immediately
doing?
contradicts it. It's so frustrating.
Here's the clip for context, ladies and gentlemen. The clip for context.
Slow it down and just let it keep playing, because there's two things that bother me the most, and I'll get it out and I'll fucking get it over with. The first of which is, clearly at this point you know who it is, right? Let it keep playing. Let it keep playing. If that was my wife on the ground, first thing I would do would pick her up and like fucking try to help her and try to fix it, right? He doesn't do that. And in fact, like 30 seconds later, he yells at her, I told you not to get in my way, or at least says that in her face. He claims he didn't yell. It sounded like he yelled at me, but whatever. Like, you gotta check on your wife. You gotta talk to her. You gotta, like, motherfucker, it's so frustrating. He said to me on the phone today, you guys painted me as a wife beater. No, this did. This did. This is all that needed to exist. This alone, for the rest of your life, people are going to think you abuse your wife based on just this.
So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, just maybe, Wings, all right? Putting out a statement on your personal Twitter saying, hey, I take accountability. What I did was wrong. And then your very next live stream back saying, hey, people were holding me. My arms finally got free. All right. She tripped on the table. Maybe saying these things on your personal stream was a really good idea, because not only does it look like you're not taking accountability, but also makes you look like a fucking liar, because we have video proof that that didn't happen. And also you put out a statement taking accountability before, which now gets thrown away. This is all very bad for Wings of Redemption, his brand, everything. Somehow, some way, there are two people in Conway, South Carolina right now that are blaming me right now for this. That it's my fault. That I played the clip again. That I talked about this again. That I have a different opinion than them. They're blaming me right now. He's trying to ruin us. He's trying to destroy us. That's what they're thinking. There is zero accountability. When we got on the phone with Wings today, the first thing they were saying is, we knew you were going to screw us over with our last paycheck. Based on what? When have I ever screwed Wings of Redemption over on fucking money? When? I've only made him a ton of money. That's all I've done. I've done way more work than my percentage on this show. Shit, I'm worth at least 80% with how much people do for the fucking show. All right? I only take 50. They both had 25. And that got aired out. And the first thing I hear out of Kelly and Wings' mouth today is, well, we knew you were going to screw us over. That's
Matt T
fucking
super
bullshit,
chatted
bro.
$19.99. Wings pushed his wife over so he could physically assault Keen, his boss. Don't give this guy an ounce of leeway.
You know, he breaks the NDA, and the first thing is, oh, what do you care? Okay, so I inflated the numbers. No, because you're setting yourself up for when you don't get paid that amount to act like I've scammed you. No, this is why we have the NDA in the first place, because Wings is fucking, or Boogie was telling other YouTubers he doesn't get paid at all. I'm not letting you fucking like ruin my rep that I'm scamming people. I'm not letting you do that, buddy. Fuck off. And Kelly and Wings are in Conway, South Carolina right now. They're sitting there and they're watching this and they're saying, this fucking sucks. We got screwed over. We got scammed. Our careers are over. And they have no idea. The whole argument started because Wings betrayed me. He betrayed me, leaking that fucking Becky thing, making the company look bad, making me look like a fucking liar, making me look like shit. So I was obviously upset about that. And instead of taking accountability for that and doing some stupid punishment, whatever, it would have been done and over, then he wants to get into a physical altercation with me. All right? Then he pushes his goddamn wife. Now I got to fix all these problems. All right? I had to go deal with the fucking cops. All right? I had to deal with I'm supporting a fucking wife beater, right? I had to deal with him missing. He was gone for half a fucking Fat Camp. Guess what? The show must go on. Me and Boogie are left there to fucking still do the fucking show without him. All right?
Yep.
I've taken L after L after L. All right? Now I don't have one of my fucking co-hosts. All right? Another L. When it's all said and done, and I pay him per the contract that we have, and I have to give him a severance bonus after everything he fucking did. Do you know how much money I'm making this fucking for March? 0. And on top of that, I get told by fucking Kelly, right, that I'm greedy. I get told by Kelly and Wings, right, that they knew I was going to scam them this month. I don't deserve any of this. Any of this.
Don't forget, too, by the way, as of Friday, during the conversation which Kelly called you greedy, you were showing him a path back to this show. The coveted spot that Rastov is sitting in right now, you were giving a path back. And you said, nope, pay me what you owe me. I'm done, pimp. I'll part ways with the company.
He snaked me, betrayed me, every chance he could possibly get. All throughout this whole thing. And his wife has done it too. And it's just, it's so unbelievable. They can only think about themselves. They're only thinking about them and their situation. It's fuck Wing, it's fuck Keemstar, fuck Lolcow Live, fuck Boogie, all right? Give me my goddamn money. You know, that's their attitude. It's fucking unreal.
My mama saw the tripping incident for the first time, y'all. She laughed.
The tripping incident, Kelly?
Wow.
Kelly.
You see why you shouldn't skip this?
Kelly, stop speaking on the internet. Stop. What are you doing? My mother-in-law has seen this, the tripping incident, and she laughed. And then they're going to play the clip.
I don't know how much money I'm actually getting. I don't know how much money we're getting from Fat Camp. And it's not an NDA leak. It was more of me kind of seeing if the person I was talking to was on the level. And I just spit a number out. I don't know how much money I'm actually getting. Because I don't know how much Fat Camp cost, right? Everybody knows what my contract's in place because we did it on Lolcow Live. I'm due one more month plus a severance package, and like that's actually on Lolcow Live. That's not breaking NDA because we signed that contract on Lolcow Live.
And there's a lot of numbers you're not privy to.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers I'm not privy to. I don't know how much merchandise we sold. I don't know how much we make off the merchandise. I don't know how much we're getting paid from like the card game. I don't know how much like the.
Yeah. So
he was playing 5D chess. The only reason he said that he was owed 40K was just because he was playing 5D chess to root out them trolls.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm done with the Wings clip. So if you want to talk about it further, Boogie, we can talk about it or not. I don't fucking
Let's
know,
talk about
dude.
the private conversation we had today. You want to talk a little bit about that? The one where he said that I'm not being productive because I was saying things like, you need to always presume that you're being recorded from here on out, and saying things like, you were going to be branded a woman beater the moment you shoved your wife down. And then he's like, you're not being productive enough, pimp. Well, no, I'm just not saying things you want to hear. I'm just not saying things you want to hear. What you want to hear is, we want you back, but you don't have to do anything, and here's the check. That's what you want to hear. But that's not going to fucking happen. What we're going to tell you is how we fucking feel. What we're going to tell you is how the audience feels. And what we tried to tell you over and over and over again was the correct path back.
Not go
Okay,
towards the
Boogie,
goal.
what would it take for you to have him back, dude? Because like you said you don't want him back. Like, what would he have to do for you to accept him back if Keem was able to actually find a way, a genuine way?
Actually, I have a pathway for him back, but he already ruined it. He's already burned
They already
every
said
bridge.
no when he proposed it to him, and then he burnt the bridge.
Yeah, like, dude, like we were
So
on
it's
the
done.
Yeah, we were on the phone with him. I left Fat Camp. Okay, Fat Camp is done and over with. All right, we already multiple times. We're gonna leave the door a crack open. Then we seen the slap thing. Now it's fully shut. Then he agreed to do anger management. So now the door is open a crack. We've been back and forth multiple times. So I'm on the phone with them. And the conversation was good. We were talking about, hey, if you're going to do anger management type stuff to get better, that has to be content. The audience must see it. If you're going to push somebody in front of 7,000 people, then you're going to fix yourself and get better in front of 7,000 people. All right.
Yeah.
That's part of it. And it seemed like he was okay with it. Right. But then me and Boogie voiced a concern that we had, something that eats at us. We do these live events. Wings goes home early. We make the bulk of the money. All right. And we get screwed over because a big portion of that gets paid out to Wings. Right. And so we were bringing up these concerns and they just lost their mind. Fucking just, you're greedy, you piece of shit. So then I lost my mind and that closed the door fully.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Which sucks because, again, in every private conversation I've had up until today, and you won't hear me say it again, I've said, I still think there's possibly a way, if it gets better one day, maybe one day, maybe one day. Done with that. Done with that. Done with that. No. Done. Fucking done. Fucking done. You don't want my help. I don't want to give it to you. We agree on that. We don't agree on a lot of things, like whether or not it's okay to slap your wife's hand when she's driving, or whether or not you can fucking shove people around. We don't agree on that, but one thing we do agree on, you don't want my friendship, and I don't want to give it to you anymore. You don't want my help, and I don't want to fucking provide it. We're good.
Looks like this stream's getting deleted.